Welcome to the most magnificent saguaro forest in the world. Welcome to Southern Arizona. Hi, I'm Tom Moulton, Director of Tourism. I'm standing in Gates Pass, and over the next few moments, we're going to tell you about the best attractions in the greater Tucson area. First on our stop today is the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum. Joining me is Craig Giovanni, the General Curator. Nice to see you, Craig.
Good to see you, Tom.
Craig, can you take me on a tour?
I'd love to. Let's head out. Tom, our first stop on this tour is the hummingbird exhibit, which exhibits temperate hummingbirds from the Sonoran Desert region. You can see a broad range of species, including Costus and Anna's hummingbirds, and you'll actually see animals that are actually breeding here, babies that have just hatched. It's a phenomenal exhibit. We've moved on to the otter enclosure, and with this one, the great thing is it's a beautiful riparian corridor, so it's very comfortable during the day, but even better is during the summer, since we have very high daytime temperatures, we're open at night on Saturdays till 10 p.m. And many of these animals, like these otters, are going to be extremely active at night, which is just a great showcase for their talents, their activities, so that people can get to actually share that. As we bring this tour to a close, we've actually stepped into the reptiles and invertebrate area, and this is a great place for people to explore the desert. The desert comes alive at night, so this Saturday summer evening they can come out, explore these animals in a safe way. And one of the things we always have to keep in mind when we do this tour, it's just the tip of the iceberg. We just touched on some of the highlights. There's over 300 different species of animals, about 1,200 different types of plants, minerals, fossils, all sorts of stuff for people to see. They can spend hours out here.
Next stop, Old Tucson Studios. We're off to Old Tucson Studios, just a short drive within Tucson Mountain Park. Old Tucson Studios, the Hollywood of the desert.
Hi, I'm Dan Schneider. I've been a tour guide at Old Tucson Studios for the past 10 years. I'd like to welcome you to Old Tucson Studios out here in the beautiful Sonoran Desert. Outside Hollywood, California, Old Tucson Studios is the #2 location in the world over the years for filming Western motion pictures. Many great stars have come out here over the years. It was built in 1939 when Columbia Pictures came out here and did a movie called Arizona. It starred Gene Arthur and William Holden. In the late 50s, a gentleman by the name of John Wayne came out here and certainly had an impact on Old Tucson Studios. The Duke did the first of his 4 films in the late 50s called Rio Bravo. In the 60s, the Duke did McClintock and El Dorado, followed by a movie called Rio Lobo in 1970. Paul Newman, Clint Eastwood, Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Maureen O'Hara, Elizabeth Taylor, the list is endless of the great stars that have come out here over the years. But one thing always remains the same, and it never changes, is that beautiful background shot of the Golden Gate Peak. When you come out to Old Tucson Studios, the one thing you want to do is get a picture of that beautiful mountain. It is a signature landmark of this studio, and it's the very first thing you want to look for when you watch a movie at Old Tucson Studios. Come see us soon.
Here we are at our next stop, Pima Air and Space Museum. Inside 80 acres, 275 aircraft. Many of them are inside hangars. Welcome to the Spirit of Freedom hangar. This is the newest hangar here at Pima Air and Space Museum. It features some of the rarest aircraft. To tell us a little more about what is new at the Spirit of Freedom hangar is Stan Miller. He's been a long-time volunteer at Pima Air and Space Museum. Stan.
Good morning, Tom.
Nice to meet you.
My pleasure. We have some very rare airplanes in here. The PBM-5 is the last one of its type that remains in the world. The F-107 is one of 2 remaining in the world. Only 3 were built.
We're in Hangar 3, and my name is Bill Newton. I was a pilot of a B-24 like the one behind me.
Yeah, and my name is Carl Weinert. I flew the A-26 Invader.
I'm a World War II pilot and also a docent here in Hangar 4. And the airplane that you see behind me is a type of airplane I flew during World War II.
We sure did have a good time here at Pima Air and Space Museum, the fastest growing aerospace museum in the world. Our next stop, Colossal Cave Mountain Park. There are a lot of fun things to do here at Colossal Cave Park, and one of them is going on the horseback trail rides. And today, Justin from Colossal Cave Mountain Park Stables is going to tell us more about it. Justin?
We ride into the foothills of the Rincon Mountains. It's a very beautiful ride. All the trails are guided. The youngest that can ride is 5. We offer anywhere from an hour to an all-day ride. We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner rides, wagon rides, stagecoach rides, and I hope to see everybody soon.
We're at my favorite place, the Colossal Cave itself. And tour guide John is here to take us through the cave.
It's a rather unique cave in that it's a dormant cave, so it's dry. It's not all damp and musty inside there. It stays a nice cool 70 degrees year-round, and it's about a half a mile walk through there. Our journey today has taken us 7 stories below the surface here at Colossal Cave. I hope you had a good time, maybe learned a few things about her.
John, thank you very much. I can understand truly now why they call Colossal Cave one of the best in Arizona. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today. You know, there's so much more to see and do in Pima County. Please join me in going to www.visittucson.org. I'm Tom Moulton, and we'll see you here in Pima County. All we're missing is you.